Hey everybody, this is Nick from QBM, and on this video we're going to go ahead and show you what some of the camera menu does once you click on a camera. And what I mean by that is a lot of people get familiar with Geovision and they know how to pull a camera up full screen just by clicking on it and view what they're looking for, but sometimes when you right click on a camera you'll see some secondary menus that you may not quite know exactly what they're for or how to use them, so we're going to go into depth on those. Some of this menu should be pretty familiar to a lot of you. It just shows you that you can log in or change user, you can log out of that user, or you can toggle full screen or escape a full screen. So let's go ahead and toggle a full screen just by clicking on it. It pulls us up in full screen now. And we'll go ahead and toggle full screen or zoom exit to escape the full screen menu a second time. There we go. So once we get on the camera and slide over to the secondary menu, there's a whole list of things that people see but may not know exactly what it does. The first one you'll see is a word you've seen before in other places. It's called monitor, and there's a little check by it. What monitoring is it's telling you with this check that we are recording footage for this camera. So if you wanted to turn off recording for a moment, you could check it, go back into your menu with the right click, and now our check is gone. It is no longer recording. If you go down below, there is a monitor bubble down here at the bottom of the screen. What this one typically shows you is an overview of all of the cameras that are recording. So if you'll notice, camera 1 no longer has a check by it. You can turn your recording on from here with the check. We'll turn it back off, so now it's off again. Or you can go to your camera 1 and turn it on from here by checking it. Now it's recording again. The second item on our secondary menu is instant play. If you were watching something and an event just happened right in front of you, or something you wanted to get a quick look at right as it happened, you could go to this instant play feature. Drops down a third menu, and what that'll allow you to do is pull up footage instantaneously from your view log from 10 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, or 5 minutes ago. You click on it and it will pull up your view log footage from that point in time the second you click on it. The third item is something we've shown you in other videos. It's the snapshot feature. What that allows you to do from live footage is just click on the snapshot, and just like a regular camera, it will immediately take a still image or picture of that moment. And once we click snapshot, it asks us where we'd like to save that image within our computer, so we can choose desktop. We can name it from here and click save, and it will be there. The next item is digital PTZ. We'll go ahead and click on that. PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom. There are cameras that are actually referred to as PTZs, as they can move in all directions with the motor and zoom for you wherever you'd like. Digital PTZ allows you to do that with a PTZ or with cameras with a zoom feature, such as our Vandal domes that have a 3x zoom feature. For the cameras we have hooked up for demo purposes, this PTZ feature doesn't really do anything for us. Go down to our next item underneath digital PTZ, and that's our PIP view, or picture-in-picture view. So we click on that and we look down in the bottom right, and we'll see the image from our camera that we normally see. If you have a little roll bar in the middle of your mouse in between the two buttons, you can choose to zoom out or in by rolling it up or down. So if we zoom all the way back out, it takes us to our normal view, and then if we roll the other direction, it will zoom in for us, and you'll see this green box. It shows you what area we are zoomed in on, and you can actually grab that box with your mouse by left clicking and drag it around the screen, and then zoom a little more, and then you can move it a little further wherever you'd like on the screen. To get out of the picture-in-picture view, we'll right click, go to our menu, go back down to our PIP view, and uncheck the box. Now we're back to our normal view of our camera. Let's go back into our menu, go back down to the next item underneath picture-in-picture view, and that's our PAP view. What that allows you to do is a picture-in-picture view with multiple boxes zoomed in. So as you can see, we have 3 of them right here. You always want to make sure underneath the megapixel setting that enable add focus area mode is on. It will typically be set for you to begin with and you won't have to worry about it. But always make sure it's checked once you're in PAP view. So with these boxes you can move them around wherever you'd like. You can take the corners and make your box bigger or smaller depending on your needs. So you can have it really big or small. There we go. And then to get rid of a box, as you can see, I right click on the box, go down to focus area of PAP mode and delete. And then we can do it for all 3. And delete. And you could start over and choose boxes of your discretion. To get out of this feature, we'll do the same thing we did with the picture-in-picture mode. Go back to a right click, go over to our camera 1 menu, drop down to where PAP view is checked, and we will uncheck it. Okay, the final item on our secondary camera menu is the talkback toggle. This only applies to certain cameras models of Geovision that have the two-way audio features, such as our fisheye cameras. A lot of our cameras that we are using, specifically the ones we're using for this demo, it doesn't apply to the features of the camera, but it's for two-way audio. Okay, that is the secondary menu of our camera, just to make sure everyone knows what each and every one of those little devices does within the camera. Thank you very much for listening, guys.